Alright, cut back to it. We're in the middle of, through the fire and flames from Dragon Force. I just tested the game then. You've seen in the last video, if I didn't cut it out. And what we need to do now is do the UI for the crafting. So, I'm going to bloat the screen, and I'm just going to put it dead center like that. No, I'm not. I'm going to actually make the inventory a little bit smaller. So aspect ratio, change that to, let's do like a 1.5. Move it down a little bit. And then put that one up there. And that one can be the crafting frame. Now, one thing we didn't do in the last video was actually add the fruit salad as an item. Because that's what we need to do. So, I'm going to go over here to images in the toolbox. And I'm going to find a fruit salad. So let me just, while that's loading, let me copy that, name that fruit salad. Fruit salad, yeah, fruit salad mesh. Blah, blah, blah. Fruit salad. Just give it a green, why not? Let's clean up the decimals. There we go. Now we've got the fruit salad. What we also need to do is... Nah, we won't worry about that. That should be fine. Yeah, fruit salad from Wiggles. That's nice. Is there any, like, icon ones? My internet is so slow. What the hell happened to it? Oh my god. Something is definitely wrong. Oh my... Oh yeah, I'm just gonna chuck one of these in. I'll chuck in that one. Because why not? Right, items. I'm going to... Yeah, so... What I didn't... No, I need to do that now, but basically this fruit salad is going to point to this item table. And we need to have something here. So instead of model, I'm going to have a icon. And then we can change the inventory to either display the icon or model. Ah, that's an easy fix though. And yeah, we can just do it based on that. So... Let's jump back now. Let's get the template inventory inside the crafting frame. I should probably split this into 2 pieces. So we'll have... Actually, no, you go back. So we need a grid. That goes inside there. That would be half down. Background transfer 1, border 0. So that's the left side for the inventory. That needs to be actually a scroll. I'll make that a scrolling frame. I got a oh, I didn't mean automatic. No, I deleted everything. Oh, that's painful. Oh, that is so painful. Oh yeah, I can just copy it. What am I fine agony for? Let me just paste it back in there. What I meant to do was... Well, I don't want aspect ratio. Make sure it's half 1, and I want to go convert to scroll frame. So that's the scroll frame now instead. You can manually do it if you don't have the plugin. It doesn't take that long. Bottom image, top image. There we go. So it's a scrolling frame. I won't worry about making this auto size. It's a little bit of a setup. So I might keep that for a separate video. So it can be applied to the inventory and the crafting frame here. But for now, we'll just have it. So you're going to set the size or whatever. Unless it's already doing it. But if we chuck one of these inventory ones in there now, and just resize this so it works nicer. 425. Can I do center? No, that doesn't look as good. Yeah, let's do some padding. Let's do some padding there. So padding left, let's do 0.1. This can be like 0.08. 0.05, not 0.4. There we go. That's a little bit nicer. Make sure clip descendants is enabled, so it clips like that. And there we go. Let's get rid of this clear button here. We've got viewport item name and quantity. We do want that quantity there. So that's our template. Craft. Let's make a new local script. Let's call this crafting. Put template crafting inside there. Let's do local local crafting frame equals script.parent.crafting frame. I'm just gonna put this side by side. We should really have a module. I'm gonna do that in the next video. I think I said that last video, but whatever. We're gonna have a module that gets the data for us and auto updates, so we don't have to spam this thing every time. But interface script.parent. We've got active data. Get data loop. So this data loop needs to be put elsewhere. Function update. No, wait, no. We don't even need... Do we need that? I don't think we even need that. No, yeah, we don't need that. We'll just have it display and just click an item and try craft it, and that's it. So crafting is all of that, except we want craft matrix. Actually, we want the items matrix and the craft matrix. That's an important thing with this one. So crafting matrix, crafting. We want the crafting remote. Craft remote. And then we want, so that's a local script, so we don't actually need to require anything. What we're going to do is open up both the crafting and items. So we'll do, we need to look through this one. So for index crafting matrix in ipairs crafting matrix dot crafting do. So I shall call that crafting data items data crafting data dot crafting. We want local item config equals items data get item from id crafting matrix dot id. So we're linking this id with the items id in here. So this is going to be like the display data, and this is going to be like the output and all of that. So if not item config, then continue. So ignore the item altogether, as we'll warn it. No item config found for craftable ... crafting matrix .id. So this will warn us if there is no item associated with the craftable items. Like if this fruit salad wasn't inside this items table, it'll warn us. Now that we've got that, let's create the new frame. Local new frame equals script.template crafting clone. New frame dot name equals item. Actually, we'll do crafting matrix id. New frame dot. Now let's have a look at the frame for a second. The title. So that's a name. Dot name equals that one there. So what we can do is run to inventory for prop value. Oh, okay, I guess I just did that. New frame, dot title, like that. So that's doing the title, that's doing the name of it. We want quantity. So new frame dot quantity dot text equals x dot dot item, no, crafting matrix dot quantity. So the output quantity. New frame dot parent equals crafting frame dot grid. So we're going to put on the left side of it. And we want to create a button inside here. So image button. That's a button. 1 1 0 1 0. Did I create buttons on runtime? Oh, I know that. Yeah, there was a clear button. That's why. So let's create a button inside here. It needs to be invisible and take up the whole size. So image transparency 1, size 1 1, invisible invisible. We want to set the Z index so it overlaps everything else. So we want to make that like 10. And then we want that viewport to be 1, quantity, and title can be 2. So that's just setting up UI there. We can do new frame dot button dot activated connect function. We want a function. You want a local function select craftable. We want the craftable frame, craftable or crafting matrix. Item data. You probably won't need all of these, so I'll just put them two for now. So then what you can do is run that one in there. And here we want local active craftable frame, active crafting matrix. So this will determine when we select and deselect the items. So if active craftable frame is equal to craftable frame, then we want to set that to nil, as well as the active crafting matrix to nil, else set it to it. Now there's a simpler way of doing it. Instead of this, what we do is active crafting frame equals, in parentheses, active crafting frame does not equal to the crafting frame and crafting or craftable frame or no. So that's saying if the current active craftable frame is not the craftable frame being passed through the function, then set it to the craftable frame value. Otherwise, if it is the same frame, set it to nil. And then here we've got crafting matrix. So active crafting matrix equals active craftable frame, and so if active craftable frame is not nil, and set it to the past crafting matrix or nil. So those are two minified if statements there. Alright, so once we've got that, we want to do two things. We want to do crafting frame. Actually, no, we need to set the other frame first. So right now we've only got the grid. We don't actually have the info frame, which I wanted to make. So we'll duplicate the grid, name it info. Actually, I'll do it a different way. I'll make a new frame, call it info. Background transparency 1, border size pixel 0, size is half, and 1 on the Y. Position, you want to set the X to 0.5 on the scale, so it's on the other side of the crafting frame. And then you want to put in some labels there. So I'm going to grab the title frame from the template crafting. I'm going to put it up there, item name. What we'll do is actually have another grid inside this. We'll have a horizontal grid this time. So set that to horizontal. Oh, I know, yeah. So how do you make a horizontal grid? What you need to do is, let me just get this working. Oh, I know, yeah, that's fine. Let me just resize info so it's out of the way. So the grid, so when you scroll down to canvas size, by default it's on 0020. So that's saying it's 0 long, like extended off the actual frame size by 0 on scale and 0 on pixel count, and then 2 on scale and 2 on 2 on scale for Y and 0 pixel count for Y. So that's saying make it twice the size of the frame going down or up. So what we're going to do is actually flip these. So we want to make the X go twice the size and the Y be 0. So now it's horizontal. If you don't understand what I said, just follow what I did. Just set the canvas size here. But once we've done that, we want to actually copy the template crafting again. And we want to resize these grid layouts in here. So this cell size Y doesn't really affect it. You need to change the X to really affect it. So you want to get it to its a good size, like that. Grid layout, we want to have it left. Vertical alignment. You can do center. I probably would keep it top. Padding, we want to actually change this back to padding left 0, 0. Padding right 0, 0. Padding top 0.04. Padding bottom 0.04. That's how I've got it set on mine. Actually, I might need more on the bottom. There we go. So now that we've got that, so that's going to show all the prerequisites for the item. We'll do template prerequisite. I think that's how you spell it. So that's going to be prerequisite. That's going to go in there. And then we want a craft button. So we'll just grab the... Actually, we'll just have to make it. We'll make a... So there's two ways you can actually do this. You can have a frame for the button to sit in. Then you can have like an invisible button on top of a label. Otherwise, you can just use a text button, which I'll do. So this will be craft. Background transparency 1. Border size pixel 0. Size, I'm going to make it 0.7, 0.3. So scales. Scale values. We want text scale true. I'm going to have the text color be white. Let me just move it outside the grid here. Oh, whoops. That wasn't supposed to go in there. Let me just make this visible so I can see where it is. And let's name this craft item. Like that. Grid. So I'm going to change the color here. Yep, we'll make it yellow, craft item. So you can select the item, you can see the materials required, and you can craft the item. And your inventory is there, so you can directly look at it. Alright. Now that we've got that, let's go back. I'm going to not hide the info frame. So like if I hide it, it goes invisible. We're not going to hide it. We'll have the script do that automatically. So inside here, what we're going to do is crafting frame dot info dot visible equals false. And here, what we want to do is crafting frame dot info dot visible equals craftable frame does not equal to null. So only if a selected frame is visible, then make this visible. And then we can have an if statement here. If there is an active craftable frame, actually I might pass in, no, yeah, that should be fine. So when there's an active crafting frame, we need to set the info here. So we're going to do the title first. Crafting frame dot info dot title dot text equals active crafting matrix dot text. Wait, no. Dot active crafting matrix dot ID. Is that the one I want to do? No. So crafting matrix is this one, but what we want is the items one. So I should really be passing in item matrix. And then item matrix dot display dot title dot text. So that's the item name that's being displayed. And then under select craftable, let's pass in the item config. And let's come back here. Next, we want to look through all the materials required. So for material name, material actually required count in pairs. The crafting matrix dot materials do. Local new frame equals script dot template prerequisite clone. New frame dot name equals material name. New frame dot title dot text equals. We should probably do the same thing as that one. New frame dot quantity dot. Actually, we need to remove that button from the prerequisites. We won't need that. New frame dot quantity dot text equals x dot dot required count. New frame dot parent equals crafting info frame dot grid. So put inside the grid there. And we can set the viewport in a minute. So let me just put a note here. So set up viewport. I do not like the look of that. I'm just gonna dot text equals item config dot text. There we go. I like the look of that one rather than the other one. So we'll set up viewport in the middle here. And we'll set up viewport here. However, for now, that should work. So if we jump in game, if it doesn't decide to freeze. Oh, there you go. Something is happening. I don't know what, but in the other video, it fully cut out for like a minute. Ah, why? Oh, why? There we go. I don't know why that took forever. Let's chuck that one there. So if I play now. Oh, please don't take forever. Actually, I got an idea. Oh my god. No. Stop. Thank you. Yeah, something was up. I'm gonna actually remove load character appearance here and user emotes enabled. I'm just gonna remove them. There we go, that's way quicker. And basically we're waiting for our data now. But so far you can see fruit salads there. Game get server started GUI set core GUI enabled enum.core GUI type.chat false. Let's remove chat. So if I click it, the item pops up. Click it again, it hides it. And we're getting an error, so let's fix that. Oh, that one's a really easy fix. We just need to capitalize it. However, there is another problem we're facing. When we deselect and reselect an item, it's going to actually duplicate the materials required. It won't actually clear the materials on the last one. So we need to fix that too. So if I just jump back in and show you again. Let me just disable chat. So fruit salad. And there we go, it's starting to duplicate again. So that's the wrong item there, so we need to fix that too. Let's do both at the same time. Once Studio responds, which would be very nice if it did. Thank you. Let's run back here. So, two problems. The text is actually displaying the wrong one. So that is for each of these materials. So what we need to do here is actually get local material config equals the items data, get item from ID material name. So material name is actually the ID. Let me change that. If not material config, then continue. Let's warn that there's no valid material. No valid item from crafting material dot I don't know, I just called it that. Material ID. We're going to do material config dot display dot text blah blah blah. So we've got that there. Now let's clear any old material frames that we've got. So for underscore, so underscore means you're not using the variable. For underscore, this one is a frame in IPES. We're going to actually look inside the grid where we're putting all these materials. So we're going to get children there. If frame is a frame, so this template prerequisites is a frame, and that gets duplicated into here, which is like all the required items. So now what we're going to do, instead of deleting everything inside here, so using something like clear all children, we're going to only specifically delete the frames, because these are not frames, so they will stay. So you want to delete all frames only. So if it's a frame, frame destroy. So that's going to remove all old frames and then create new ones for the new selected item. Now if we try that, when we click that, we'll apple pair, and there's no duplication issue. Now we can do the craft item. So let's end that. I don't know what's up with Roblox at the moment. I'm going to have a look, but there we go. So now that we've got that, let's go back to the script here. And let's do where is it? Crafting info dot what was it under? Crafting info craft. A lot of people say use mouse button one click. I say use down. It's so much better. Clicks, I find in click very finicky, and down just pretty much works. It's like if you press your mouse button in any sort of like fast clicking, jitter clicking, whatever, it will trigger, which is what you want. And then we're going to do a simple if statement. If active crafting matrix, then we're going to fire server. Let's have a look what we've got on the server side. So systems, crafting service. We've got the crafting ID we pass in, which is active crafting matrix dot ID. And that's it. We are done. That's a full crafting system we've just made. So if I play the game now, hopefully the data will load. Actually, let's wait for the data to load so I can actually see. Once it does, if it does, anytime now. Oh yeah, we can see apple and pear shows up. We can actually test this because we're waiting for data still. Which is why we actually had that if statement. So that one bit where we put if type of crafting ID is equal to string and player profile, then we're just making sure the player profile has loaded first, which is important. But right now the avatar is loaded. I'd love it if we can get our play data. Please. Oh, profile service loaded. Come on. You can do it. We're nearly there. We'll beat the 30-minute mark. I don't think we'll... Oh, we might beat it. We'll see. We've got 20 seconds. Oh my god. Something is happening. Oh my. Will that load? Please. There we go. Okay. So we've got 9 apples, 9 pears. If we click craft, it should not do it. Okay. That's depressing. Let me just make sure it's... Yeah, okay. Alright, let's have a look. Let's go debug. And then wait another 50 minutes before we can debug it again. So, how can I fix this? Let's just do .mock. So that's going to say, make this temporary data, do not save anything. So it should instantly load pretty much. Let's go line 21. I'm just going to delete this toString. So here, let's just do print active crafting matrix. And then crafting, let's do print crafting ID. Print try craft. Let's jump to the crafting here. Let's do print craft config. Print not enough material. Material name, material count. We'll try to do that. There we go. Play the game again. Hopefully that loads quicker. I guess not. Oh. Let me see if Roblox is... Oh my god. Please load quicker. Even the web page for Roblox is taking forever to load. I guess that's just my internet or something. So 2 apples, 2 pears. You can see that pops up. So there is something selected. Let's get 2 of each. Oh yeah, I don't think it's doing anything apart from that. No. Oh, I'm stupid. I forgot. Oh, I hate myself. We need to require it here. I've added all these prints and I just figured out why. Alright, cut the rest of the video. Make sure you cut to this point. I hate this so much. Oh, I'm so used to my framework. That order requires all the modules. Make sure you have that there. And make sure you have all the others here. That's really important. As you can tell. For those, if I didn't keep in the video, I spent about 30 minutes alone on waiting for Studio to load. And it just so happens I forgot to set up this here. Which deepens me very much. And for some reason Roblox API is taking forever to load. Which is infuriating. But yeah, you can see it's loading, it's working now. It's getting that I'm trying to craft a fruit salad. And I just need to wait for my data to load so I can actually test the crafting system. There we go. So now if I try to craft it. It took the items. And we need to check line 44 of interface. Line 44. So here we need to actually change it. So if item config model, else if item config dot icon. So if there's a model, do model. Jesus, there we go. So if there's a model, we want to create the model there. And we want to actually do, where is it? Inventory. So we've got a viewport there, but I also want a icon. So let me make an icon one. 1 0 1 0 1 0. Image 1 stretch to fit. And then we can do inventory. Actually, we don't even need to delete or anything. Here is where we want to do it. Inventory frame dot icon dot image equals item config dot image transparency equals 0. Like that. There we go. So that's the inventory there. So if there's a model, otherwise if there's an icon. And I believe that should actually fix it now. So icon there, icon. I'll just make sure all of these have it. Icon equals false, icon equals false. So now if I try that, when we actually join, it should have it there straight away. Because we've already crafted the item. It was just the inventory couldn't actually load the item because there was no icon. And there we go. I think yeah, there we go. Oh god, I need to fix the... I need to make sure that the labels override it. But as you can see, we've got our fruit salad. You can't see the amount, so let me just quickly fix it manually. Fruit salad. Let me make these the index 2. So we've got 1 fruit salad. If I craft it again, we've got 2, 5, 6. And we can do this as much as we want till we run out of materials. So let's just go till we run out of materials, so we can't craft it. So we've got 1 pair, so this should not craft, which it doesn't, as you can see. So there we go. That's the crafting system done. We've got the fruit salad there, apple pears, and we can delete that if we want. Oh, okay, just deleted everything. I didn't expect that. But yeah, there we go. Sweet. Thanks for watching. Hopefully that helped. Learn how to make inventory systems, crafting systems, quest systems, whatever. I'm kind of running out of ideas. I know people want me to do combat. I want to steer away from that for a bit. I want to do more simpler stuff like this. I might do like a loot drop system maybe, like with a basic sword, like one of the classic RPG sword sort of things. But yeah, combat systems, I can wait till a little bit further. I might also do like a series on creating a framework. I think that could be a good idea. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video of whatever I pick or whatever you guys suggest. See ya!